Hi, my name is Leah Day and welcome to this video for the Free Motion Quilting Project. Today I'm quilting a new design called loaded boxes. It's basically a subtle change of another design we've learned previously called unloaded boxes. Fill in the box shapes up this time with beautiful spirals. So let's get on the machine. I'll give you some tips for machine quilting this design. So you can see this beautiful texture that we have created from the combination of kind of straight lines and sharp angles and these beautiful spirals. So here's how you quilt it. You're going to start with a zigzaggy line. Then you're going to form a box shape at the end of that line. I'm just going to run it right up against that line, okay? And now I'm going to put a circle in the center of the box. Kind of a, circular peg in a square hole. And then now I'm going to fill in that circle with the spiral. There we go. And, this was a little wonky. I can kind of come in here and clean it up a little bit. You can always throw more thread at it, remember. And now I'm going to work my way to the outside and echo around this shape. This is what expands the design and fills in your quilting space. So now that I reach basically my starting point, my starting line, I'm going to travel stitch and echo around again. And what the echoing does is it just expands the surface of these shapes on your quilts, and it also provides you a little bit of distance between one design element, one spirally area, and another. Got a little weird space here, so I'm just going to fill it in and do one more echo. And it doesn't matter how many echoes you do. You could do 2, you could do 5. It's totally up to you. Now I've got a little weird space in here, and that's going to kind of be just the name of the game with this design. It's going to have some weird gappy areas. Just go in there and fill it up with lines. Remember, the trick to breaking down any design is just put your hand over it, kind of take a look at what it's going to look like if it's partially cut off. And that's something that you could stitch in those weird areas. In this case, I'm just going to go with back and forth straight lines. That's going to fill it in nicely. Just a few straight lines in that section, filled it in. And now I'm going to travel stitch all the way back out. Get back over here and fill in another design. So I think I'll zig over. I'm going to fill in a nice big box in this section. That'll fill it in really nicely. Okay, now this time I'm going to travel stitch and really try and do a nice circular shape into this box. That looks a lot better. It's okay if you end up stitching something wonky. It's no big deal. I just looked at that last one and I knew it could use some improvement. When I work inside with my spiral, I just always make sure that I leave myself space to get back out of it again, and that will result in a nicely filled space. Now I've got 2 weird areas. I'm going to go on ahead and knock them out. I don't like leaving spaces open in my quilt and then having to travel stitch back into it later. In this case, I think I'm going to angle this way. Keep in mind, I'm making this up as I go along. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I just think that those straight lines look good in that area, going in that different direction. Now I'm travel stitching and I'm going to fill in this little area. You can see there's just a lot of little steps with this design, a lot of travel stitching and echoing, a little bit more complex filling, and that's okay. Not all designs are like this. There's definitely a lot more simple designs on the project, a lot of other videos with more simplistic designs if that's what you're looking for. But if you're hankering for something that has this kind of texture, it's nice to know that you can create it. It's just memorizing the rules of these designs, how many lines you're going to stitch, how they're going to go in, how you fill in these weird gappy areas. Now to fill in all the rest of the space, all I have to do, travel stitch and echo. That's it. And travel stitch in, travel stitch out, and echo all of those lines. So that's it for loaded boxes. It's a beautiful design with a lot going on with it. We've got straight lines and sharp angles. We've got lots of travel stitching and echoing. We've got those beautiful spirals in the center of the boxes. Yes, you're gonna have weird spaces on the quilt and you're gonna have to figure out a way of filling them in. My best advice for this design is to use some simple straight lines, fill in those weird spaces, and keep moving. It's one of those things you can't get hung up by any particular area. Don't worry about it, don't fret about it too much. Have fun filling with loaded boxes and unloaded boxes, whichever one you want to play with today. And definitely share your results to the Leah Day Quilting Facebook group. I can't wait to see how you use this design in your quilts. Until next time, let's go quilt. Don't forget to subscribe!